So right here, I'm going to change the white balance on this just to see what difference it makes in looking at things when we get back in, because we don't have really bright sunlight. We kind of have a hazy morning. Had a little bit of fog earlier this morning here. +80 just to try to show if there is any rutting that is apparent or that is visible. Looks like there is. You know, when we come out from here, the only thing we can see is in the inside wheel path. But looks like what we have may be up around 1/4 inch. We'll check that with the road bar a little bit later on, as I described before. We don't have a paved shoulder here, so we did our numerals out there in the lane, kind of the standard way we'd done things before. What I'm doing, as I've said in some of the other videos in the past, is where I have a paved shoulder, I am marking outside the edge of the lane with the paint. I have a nice, beautiful stretch of roadway here to use. Plenty of sight distance on either side. So we've got a curve to our right on down probably, I'd say about 1,500 feet down from us. And there'll be a new road going in down there around in that curve, cutting back over to another new roadway that roughly parallels this one off to the north of us. You see the beautiful church down there, and kind of serve as a landmark for the test section. I think I want to point out also, I guess another reason for my concern, you can see for sale sign here, and you can see where they've come in and put in utilities going down the right-of-way line. We've got pine forest off here to our north. Looks like the crew's getting ready to set up. There's another new church going in over there. Up to the beginning of the test section, where I believe we'll be ready to start the drilling operation to verify the thicknesses of materials for which this section was selected. First borehole, which is about 80 feet upstream of the beginning of the test section on 124099. Base material. I'll reach over and grab a handful of that just to fondle it for the camera. Piece that just came out of the hole, mostly sand sized with some gravel sized particles. The coarse aggregate, a lot of it has been chewed up by the small size auger as it's coming out of the hole, so it's impossible to get an idea as to how that distribution is, but that's what it looks like. It's a dark brown sandy material, which is typical in Florida for a subbase. What they require is 12 inches of subgrade or subbase to meet a lime rock bearing ratio of 40. The base material, whether it be lime rock or coquina, has to have an LVR of 100. And it is supposed to be 10 inches thick here. Subbase 12 inches, asphalt concrete around 3.5 inches, which includes the wearing force. The subbase which came out of the hole, it's like I described, it's a dark colored or brown sandy material, moist, not wet, with some stone mixed into it. Looks like on the auger. See, it's still sitting there on lights. I'll try to reach over and get a handful of that stuff down there, the lower portion of it out of here. It's very non-plastic or no plasticity in here, or very little of it at all. Kind of a grayish colored sand, which you can see here on the shoulder, which is unpaved. Same material. Here's another shot of the subgrade, just to see how this looks on the film. Sand. A grayish color. A mixture of some white, looks like beach sand with some of that other colored sand. Well, McNamara was measuring down in the hole and found we had about 4 1/8